What the fudge is up?
What's
Welcome to
happening,
Decent Thought Show. Episode 70, guys. We are officially old as shit.
We're getting pretty old. You know, we're getting near death age now. I don't know how much longer we got.
70, man. That's getting big numbers. I mean, we gotta at this point, I think, start thinking about episode 100, right? Like, we're getting that close. 30 weeks is a long time, but I feel like the idea should start to percolate a little bit because we got to do something big.
Yeah.
Episode 100 will be a big thing, and we're only 30 episodes away.
I like your thinking.
Yeah. How you guys doing? I am psyched for this show right now. Can you tell?
Me too.
Can you tell? I'm like physically excited.
Me too. I feel.
Might have just peed myself a little bit. Don't know. It's a surprise for laundry day. I don't know.
Jesus.
Oh man, yeah, it's been a really good week. Lots of video game news, man. I think the Earth kind of cracked open a little bit this week.
Fallout 4, baby.
Oh
Fallout
my God.
4. Like, if we talk about anything this week, it's gonna be Fallout 4.
Holy shit! First time for everything to hear that from Mr. Rabbit.
All right, what have you guys been playing this week? Let's get right into it first.
All right, I'll go first because I never go first. I played a lot of Destiny. Surprise, surprise.
Oh my God.
I am still continuing to enjoy the Prison Elders. I think that is really fun content. I really liked how this week they changed up burn, so it's Void Burn. It felt like a fair fight in level 35, the Skolas fight. It was a lot of fun. That is the last boss in the level 35 Prison Elders. It was really a great fight. I had a ton of fun trying to figure out that strategy. Last week it was Arc Burn. It was really hard because all the enemies in that arena do Arc Burn. It was really difficult to stay alive, but this week it was pretty fun. I've also been playing a little bit of Trials of Osiris, which is my new favorite thing in video games, frankly. And I really want to get you two on a team playing some Trials of Osiris because I think that'd be a lot of fun.
I'd love to, yeah. I'd absolutely. Any day now.
In the words of Doc Holliday, say when. Just let me know when, man, and I'll be ready to go.
I'm your Huckleberry.
Yeah, just let me know when you guys want to do that. Quite frankly, this week I really didn't get a chance to play any Destiny. I've kind of moved over and transitioned a little bit away from The Last of Us, and really am starting to understand just what The Witcher 3 is.
Mm-hmm.
This game is phenomenal. It really is. I really wasn't playing it during that first week because it had lots and lots of bugs and glitches, but they apparently patched that. I really haven't had any issues with it. I've just been kind of taking it. I really haven't been going mission by mission. I've just been walking to the nearest destination and riding my horse to the nearest destination and just seeing what happens there, and it's really been amazing. It's a very, very engrossing experience. And I think this is an RPG that's done right so far. Yeah.
BC, I got a lot of questions about The Witcher, but first you have to kick the rest of your family off your Wi-Fi so that we can see you and hear you clearly.
Listen, it's not my Wi-Fi. We just had a power outage here.
Oh, okay.
Everything just went out, so it might be out on the street. Yeah, right before I joined the show, everything went out in the house. I had to make sure I paid the damn bill. but that's what the situation is, so hopefully it picks up. I can reset it. Let me know if it's getting too bad, and I'll reset everything.
All right, so tell me about The Witcher. Like, first of all, I've heard that everybody's raving about this game, but whenever I read a review, the first line of the review is, the controls suck, but the game is great. Like, what's going on here? Like, how can the controls suck for a video game, but it's still a great video game? Explain that to me.
It's absolutely true. There's many aspects of the game that I think have been done better than any other RPG. Mm-hmm. But the way that you actually control Geralt is just so awkward. Robbie, you know what I mean. It's like
it is a little slow and
running around in the world. It's very, very hard to articulate his movement correctly with your controller. Running up to your horse, picking up items, walking out of doors, stopping on a dime. Things like this do not work very well in this game, because of the way that they've developed the movement system of your character.
And would you describe this as an action RPG?
Yeah, for sure.
So it's an action RPG with bad movement, bad action.
Yeah, it's just kind of delayed too. Like there's a bit of an input delay. Like you stop walking and then it takes a second for your character, and you kind of bump.
What is it? I haven't played the game yet. What is it about the game that lets everybody see past the fact that it controls like ass, and everybody's having a blast with it?
It's so much of everything that's really good in RPGs. There's insane amounts of customability. The world's huge and gigantic. All the story seems to be really fleshed out. The characters seem to have tons and tons of meat on them. It's very believable. The character's likable. This guy, he reminds me of Solid Snake. He's just a very quiet badass and makes little jokes and shit here and there. He likes the ladies, and people show him respect. They fear him. And it's just a really likable experience. But that one aspect of the game is really frustrating. Once you get over, like I'm getting to the point now where I'm about 15, 20 hours in, you begin to get used to it. Dare I say, kind of like The Last of Us, how initially the controls are a little awkward, but the more you get into it, the easier it is to articulate the movement in that world. But that, at this point, is probably my biggest gripe with the game. I think that the story dynamic is amazing. I think that the fact that they've included so much into this world, you can pretty much go anywhere. There's no level cap in the game. You can just go forever. It takes a very long time to level up, so it's easily a 200-hour game at this point. I mean, I'm early in the game, but it's taken me 3 or 4 hours just to level up once at this point.
Yeah, I've heard the level progression is really slow.
It is. But the level of customization and the things that you can build, bombs, traps, all this stuff is just so much more meat on a traditional RPG. It's amazing that they were able to even come up with all this stuff.
All right, so you're enjoying it. Are you looking forward to it getting patched? Like maybe hopefully they'll fix some of that input delay?
I don't think that the controls is what they're going to fix. I think that they're more hitting glitches and things like that, animation glitches. I don't think that they're going to change the way that the game actually controls, because I think that that's the way they built it. That's the way it's going to be. Like I said, I guess they want you to get used to it and get familiar with the controls so you can learn how to maneuver in that world with that control scheme and the way it's set up. It is a little unfortunate coming from games that are much easier to control, like God of War or Devil May Cry. But I guess it's the marriage of the traditional action game with the traditional Western RPG that they made here, and you gotta accept that little bit of a lag, I suppose. But other than that, the game so far has been phenomenal. I'm really, really loving it.
All right. Robbie, what have you been playing?
So this week I've been playing quite a bit of Destiny, but then like the second half of the week I was playing a ton of Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas on Steam for obvious reasons we'll get into in a little bit. But yeah, that's the majority of what I've been playing. I've been really enjoying getting back into New Vegas. Like those games still hold up incredibly well, and they're really cheap on Steam right now. They're like $5 each. I absolutely recommend picking up those games. They are
so you're playing them on PC then, because you bought them on Steam.
Yeah, and like because the visual fidelity is higher, I can run it at 60 frames per second on high, and it looks just fantastic, and I really love it on PC.
There are incredible mods for it too. If you're playing it on PC, the mods they don't look as good as the Fallout 4 trailer we saw, but they look pretty damn good. You can get that game running really well and looking very well. Fallout 3 to me is one of the best games ever made. New Vegas was right up there too. I mean, it didn't feel as special because it wasn't the first time we'd seen that kind of thing. Fallout 3 was really special.
Yeah.
But I mean, those games are incredible, and it's well worth going back if you're at all interested in Fallout 4 because of that new trailer. It's well worth picking up, even an Xbox 360 copy. Don't buy it on the PS3; it's garbage on PS3. But
yeah, I had a lot of issues.
Pick up an Xbox 360 copy or pick up a copy off of Steam. It is well worth your time. It's an amazing game.
In defense of PlayStation, I actually played and beat Fallout 3 on the PS3, and I really enjoyed it. I never even tried it on the Xbox 360. I had a ball with it. I didn't get too much into New Vegas, but I don't know if you guys heard, there's a 1,000% increase on Steam right now of Fallout 3. Everybody's buying that game just to get refamiliarized with that universe.
That's great. That's great. It's a game that deserves eyeballs. If you haven't played it, you definitely want to check it out. And who knows? We don't know much about Fallout 4. I mean, we might as well jump into the news because it's the biggest news of the week by a long shot. It's Fallout 4. We saw the trailer. The trailer is spectacular. The graphics are amazing for it. It came out. Did it come out on Thursday?
It was Tuesday, I think. Because remember, you guys, we were all expecting Fallout 4 to come out at E3. Like, we were all expecting to be announced there. And then Bethesda out of nowhere revealed this teaser, like this countdown clock that said, please stand by. And so when that clock ended, Fallout 4, the trailer debuted, the game was announced, and I can't believe this game is real. Like, finally, after years and years of rumors and everybody wanting this game so bad, Bethesda came out and confirmed Fallout 4 is a real game. It's coming out for PS4, Xbox One, and PC, and we're going to see more of it at E3. Like, I could not be more excited. I love Fallout.
That trailer is well worth your time to take a look at because, I mean, visually, it's stunning. It definitely pulls from the history of Fallout in big ways. You know, you get to see a lot of pre-apocalypse Fallout world, which is very cool. You get to see Dogmeat, you know, the dog from the Fallout series. You get to see you get to see the Stranger. If you don't know who the Stranger was, it was basically a perk that would just, like, this dude would just show up and, like, fire at your enemy for, like, massive damage. You get to see that guy walking around in Boston. You get to see Boston, which looks magnificent. You get to see Fenway, which I gotta say I was a little surprised. I mean, it basically looks like the same shithole it does now, but whatever. You know,
they replicated it perfectly. Too.
Yeah, it's apparently after the apocalypse, it's still filled with the same amount of miscreants and thieves that it currently is.
Now, let me just say this. I don't say this often because it doesn't really happen often. But I watched this trailer on my lunch break at work. Yeah. And I swear, I had a tear in my eye. That doesn't happen to me very often. Yeah, it just brought back all that feeling of what Fallout 3... To me, Fallout 3 was that pivotal game. I had never known a Fallout experience before that. Mm-hmm. And I went to my local game retailer in Ohio, and I bought that game, and I took it home, and I lost my mind.
Yeah.
And so watching this trailer, it really brought back all those emotions. It seemed so familiar, but at the same time, it seemed so much more beautiful than the world I was used to.
Oh, it's got color. Now, it's got a color.
Yeah. All my expectations now are all set because I know how huge this world is, and I know that they're going above and beyond anything we've seen previously, and it's just going to suck up our lives. It's going to soak up all of my time, and I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, I mean, I was watching that trailer, and some things that really stuck out to me was the fact that they kept switching between pre-apocalypse and post-apocalypse. Like, are we going to get some gameplay in a post or a pre-apocalypse Fallout world?
That would be incredibly cool, especially if you start out like if you start out like the nukes going off and everybody's like running into the bunkers and getting in the vaults. That would be an amazing opening, I think.
Yeah, that would be stunning, and to see the same areas pre and post would be very cool as well. To actually walk through those areas twice would be very cool. I love seeing Fenway. I thought that was really cool how they kind of repurposed Fenway as like a mini little city. I love seeing Dogmeat. Like the return to Dogmeat was amazing. I love the power armor at the end. Seeing that power armor kind of, and it looks like it's being modified. So does that mean we're going to have modifiable power armor? Are we going to be able to customize the armor and the weapons that we find in the world instead of just picking up, you know, the Lincoln's repeater rifle? Instead of just picking this thing up, are we going to be able to customize this thing as well? You know, like so many possibilities come out of that trailer, and you know, this world is already so immense and so fully realized in Fallout 3, which was nearly a 10-year-old game, right? Did that game come out in 2006, 2007?
2008, I think Fallout 3 was.
2008.
So 2010.
So 7-year-old game. And, you know, like, I haven't been this hyped for a game since I saw probably, I don't even know. I can't remember the last time I got this hyped for a game. I mean, this game looks stunning. Just seeing colors in the world of Fallout I thought was really exciting. When you come out of the vault, and you can see the distance, like you can see the city way out in the distance.
And you can go there, too.
You can walk there. You can walk there. You know, it was a similar, I don't know if you guys remember, like, walking out of the vault for the first time in Fallout 3, and just kind of being, like, you get the sun bloom, you know, your eyes haven't adjusted to the light, but you can kind of see Megaton off in the distance, and you just kind of, like, you naturally just start heading that direction. I think everybody does, right? In this case, you know, that's Boston. That's Boston out in the distance. We're just going to be able to walk out there. You know, we're going to have all this armor. We're going to have all these weapons, and hopefully we can customize them. Dogmeat's coming back. Dogmeat looks amazing. I'm so psyched for this game. I'm so psyched.
I think the most exciting part, too, is that we haven't had a Fallout game in years, right? Like, it's been a long time. Bethesda's been working on this game since Skyrim came out. It's been almost 4 years. Like, this game is very, very far in development, and I wouldn't be shocked if it comes out this year. We'll talk about that in a little bit because that kind of leads on to the next news story, but I'm so excited because it's been a long, long time since we've had a Fallout game, and it just looks incredible. And I love Fallout 3 to death. That game was incredible. I love it.
There are two things about this game that I'm looking forward to seeing. I want to see the evolution of the Pip-Boy, and I want to see the evolution of the VAT system.
You think they'll have the VAT system back?
I hope so. To me, that was it was very different. It was very Fallout. That when you get that final shot or the final attack on an enemy, you see a slow motion explosion. You got games like Mortal Kombat that does something real similar where it zooms up. You see bones breaking. Something similar to Sniper Elite, which I've also played this week, where you got a bullet going through. You see someone's eye capsule explode, and
I love that.
That to me is something that was very unique in the Fallout world. And I also want to see the evolution of the Pip-Boy and see what kind of technological advances we'll see in this one compared to Fallout 3 and New Vegas. Because those were very Fallout to me. I'm really excited about this. I think everybody and their grandma is excited about Fallout 4. I mean, who isn't? I think we all kind of had a feeling it was on the horizon, but now it's actually here, and we got real reasons to be excited, guys. I'm really happy about it.
And now that we've seen the trailer, we've got to see gameplay at E3, right? Like, they can't just play that trailer. They got to show us gameplay, and that's when we're going to find out. Is there a VAT system? What's the new VAT system like? Because they made changes to the VAT system just between Fallout 3 and New Vegas, right? Yep. The way that operated, the way it was mechanically designed, I think it improved in New Vegas. Although Fallout 3 to me is still my favorite game among the two. It's wide open. We saw the main character talk at the end of the trailer. Is the main character, is every line of dialogue going to be voiced, or is it just going to be certain scenes? Like, is there gonna be a male and a female main character, or is it just gonna be the male? We got a lot of questions still, but I think the community as a whole is super pumped. The lighting in that trailer, like if they can get that game looking like that on a PS4 and Xbox One, I'll be super impressed. I almost guarantee that game, the trailer we saw, was PC only. Yeah.
I'm surprised to see you guys so excited about the visual fidelity, because this has been super controversial. A lot of people have been saying that Fallout 4 honestly doesn't look that good, and I gotta say, I do not understand that, because the game looks beautiful, and it's gonna be massive, like especially being current generally. This game is gonna be gigantic. It's gonna be probably bigger than Skyrim. We'd assume that would be like their biggest game yet. And yes, okay, there were a couple moments in the trailer that it look kind of flat compared to others, like some of the character models look not so good, but I think overall it's still going to be a beautiful looking game, and it's going to be massive, and I'm super excited. What do you guys think of the graphics in that trailer? Are you impressed?
They look great. Like I don't need it to look super high fidelity. I don't need it to look perfect. What I want is it to get enough of it across that it realizes the world, so that I am not thinking about the graphics. And frankly, Fallout 3. Not the best looking game that came out in that generation. Not by a long shot. But what was great about that game was the character interactions, the story, the open world, the wandering through Washington D.C., finding Lincoln's repeater rifle, all of these things. That's what was beautiful about Fallout 3. So, graphics horse, you can have it or you don't have to take it, but whatever. I'm excited about the way the game looks.
I don't even know if people are just complaining or if they really feel like the graphics aren't that good, because I was like, you know what? This game looks fantastic. Like, I don't really understand it personally why people were so upset about this. Like, I'm very satisfied because that's in-game. There was no CG. Look how much they showed in that trailer. Like, I thought it was going to be like a short tease, like see more at E3, like a minute long at the most, but they showed way more than that. Like, they showed real gameplay revealing the game, so they got to show a lot of E3.
And they showed vast landscapes. They showed different locations, so they're very, very proud of their achievement. I got to say, graphically, I was really impressed with what I saw. For the guys out there like us who played Fallout 3 in New Vegas, we know the world that Bethesda has made in Fallout. It has its own identity. The world looks like Fallout. The characters look like Fallout characters. And when I saw Fallout 4, the trailer, I felt like I was looking at the evolution of that graphics engine. I felt like I was looking at the evolution of that world. And I didn't expect it to look photorealistic. Yeah, the dog doesn't have, a million grains of hair on his back. People were complaining about that. The hair of the dog, you can't rub your fingers through it.
The hair sucks. This game sucks. Yeah. Screw this.
Some people can't be pleased. And to me, if you know what you're going to expect with a Fallout game, and then you see graphically what Fallout 4 looks like, and if you pair that up with what we've seen in the past in the Fallout franchise, this is a 10. this is a win-win no matter how you look at it. And there's a big rumor going around right now that they're going to show 15 minutes of gameplay at E3, and I don't know if they're going to show that much, but I can guarantee you this: we're going to see a lot of gameplay because they showed this trailer already. This trailer could have been held for E3, and this could have been a big story at E3.
Yeah.
You know, just to show it there. The fact that they showed it weeks before E3 lets us know that they're prepared to show us something really amazing at E3. And
this game's coming out this year, guys. Like
I swear it is.
It is. It is. I mean, you don't pop that trailer before E3 and then say, okay, it's coming out November 2016. Like this game's coming out.
Yeah.
Speaking of that,
I'm happy we
that's
all
actually
agree.
our next news story, guys, is that Fallout 4 has been... no, sorry, that's the wrong one. Several retailers suggest a 2015 release date for Fallout 4. Like, there's a bunch of people, like GameStop, Bethesda's website, a lot of them say it's 2015, so you guys think it's going to come out this year?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, no doubt about it. I'd be shocked if it doesn't come out this year. There'd have to be, like, a major issue with the development. Maybe... Like I wouldn't actually. It could come out like February of 2016 too. Like that could happen. But I'd be really shocked if it's not a holiday release this year.
Especially because they've been working on this game.
I would prefer though if it was like a February 2016 release.
Yeah, because holiday is going to be insane this year.
Yeah.
But you look at how long Bethesda's been working on this game too. Like they've been working on it for almost 4 years now. That means the game has almost certainly got to be like done at this point. Like they have the whole world created. They have just about everything done. Like, they're really wrapping up development. I feel like I'm super confident it's coming out this fall. Like, everything points to it's going to be a fall game.
Yeah.
Well, I would bet this. At the E3, they do announce a holiday release of this game. I can't see it being anything later than that. The game's been in development for almost 5 years. It's been over 4 years since this game's been in development. So they put a lot of work into it. They've had the PS4 and Xbox One dev kits for a long time. And so they popped this cork. They blew their load before E3. Now they're going to show us what they got at E3, and they're going to tell us this game is coming out holiday 2015. That's my wager there. Sure. And I'm happy to hear we're all in agreement there. You know, I've talked to a lot of gamers out there who think there's no way 2016, 2017. I agree with you, Briar Rabbit. Early 2016 at the latest, at the very latest.
Yeah, at the latest. I mean, you don't release a trailer for a game that's coming out in 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, unless you're the Last Guardian, but believe it or not, it's 9 years. All right, so say what?
I was going to say, all right, so moving on, basically the same thing. Go ahead.
All right, so moving on with the news, guys. Windows 10 release date announced.
All right, and the show is over. So thanks for joining us, but obviously there's no fucking news if we're talking about Windows 10 release dates.
There's plenty of news after this. Okay, that's just the order it came in. Don't judge me.
Well, from what I understand, the release date is kind of still in the wind, but over the next few weeks, people who own Windows 7 and Windows 8 and 8.1 are going to start receiving emails saying that they can begin to placehold their Windows 10 and download it as it becomes available. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to something different than this. You know,
Pretty sure everybody who runs Windows 8 is looking forward to Windows 10.
Yeah. So it's
Windows 10. July 29th is the official day it comes out, so that'll be nice.
All right.
So I will definitely be upgrading. So continuing on, 2K Games reveals XCOM 2, a sequel to Enemy Unknown, coming November. Now, I did watch the trailer for this, and it wasn't actual gameplay in the trailer, but it did look damn exciting. Did you guys play XCOM Enemy Unknown at all?
I played XCOM Enemy Unknown on my iPad, and it's the best gaming experience I've ever had on my iPad, and I'm super pissed off that this is going to be PC only. Like, it's not going to be available on the consoles. It's not going to be available. Like, why are they doing this? That game was so good. They got so many fans by releasing this over, like, so many different platforms. PC only is really disappointing to me.
It's confusing a little bit too, because I think even on consoles, like, it was pretty good, and like, yeah, on iPad, like, a lot of people enjoyed it. I'm not much of a PC gamer. Like, I play older games on PC because my PC isn't super. I have a pretty standard computer. Like, I can run older games at high settings and ultra, but not the new stuff. So I don't know if I'm going to be getting this game. I'm just disappointed because I thought this was going to be BioShock by all the DNA splicing and all that, and I'm just kind of let down because of that.
Yeah, it's too bad.
Well,
I really liked the first XCOM game. It was really good.
Yeah, I love those types of games. RTSs are really, really fun, mind-bending experiences. If it's only coming to PC, I probably will pass on it. But I'm thinking at some point this game is going to come to consoles and possibly to iOS devices. I can't see them just keeping this on PC.
They are saying this is going to be a PC game.
Wow.
They are in the press saying, look, we want to take full advantage of PC hardware. That's why we're only making this PC game. They are talking smack about the PS4 and the Xbox One. The developers. Yeah, they're. There's no indication that this game is coming out for anything but PC based on what they're saying.
Oh well.
I'm talking smack against the consoles. Well, fuck you, PC elitists. All right, so when you guys want to cover the next story? I want to talk about this a little bit. Warner Brothers announces a competitor to Minecraft known as Lego Worlds. I saw this trailer as well. I don't know if you guys had an opportunity, Brian, if you got a chance to see it. Robbie, I know you did. It looks pretty damn impressive. Imagine a Minecraft a Minecraft type of world with Lego blocks and characters and animals and creating all types of crazy technology. I saw someone create like a car with a drill bit on the front, and they were drilling through a mountain. All kinds of crazy stuff. It looks like this is going to be for PC as well. I didn't see anything about consoles on this trailer, but I did see PC. It looks really entertaining, and I'm thinking this could ruffle the feathers of Microsoft at this point with Minecraft. It looks really, really nice. And I know a lot of people love the Lego brand as well.
Where has this been? Like, did anybody not have the reaction the first time they saw Minecraft saying, "This looks like Legos on a computer"?
Yeah, everybody.
I mean, everybody said that, right? First reaction out of everybody, and like, they're only now coming to the realization that like they could be bots at this, but frankly, it's probably too late. It's probably too late.
It's probably too late. Yeah, I agree. I'm still interested to see what happens and what kind of new advancements they can bring to this genre. It looks really fun. I don't know exactly, how it's going to be compared to Minecraft. I saw, I guess, a creator mode where you're creating stages, and it looked really similar to Project Spark, how you just grab the ground and you drag it up. I don't know how well that's going to work with a game like this. It kind of takes away from me a little bit of the creativity, makes it a little bit easier, kind of shortcuts it. But we'll see what happens. I like the Lego brand. I like their movies. I like their games, and hopefully they can make something work here.
All right, what else we got for news?
Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons may be coming to PS4 and Xbox One. So another remaster. Obviously, people will be like, "Oh," but you know what? I've heard nothing but amazing things about this game, and I haven't played it before. So I'm kind of excited for this. Like, I don't know. I'll give it a shot. That's all.
I got it on PlayStation Plus for PS3 last year. I think we all got it. It's a pretty decent game, but once you play it, there's really no reason to go back and play it again. One of those type of situations. It's a nice story, endearing story of these brothers. I don't know what they
cool
get to make
style, like very original.
Yeah, you use the analogs to move both brothers, and you do things in tandem. It does work really well, but I don't know. I mean, it seems like they need to add something else to the package to make it exciting.
There's a lot of people who never played it, and this would make it actually a really good PS free game for a month, or on the Xbox system, free game for a month. Games with gold, free game. I think a lot of people would get exposed to it, and it's a pretty fascinating game. It's well worth checking out.
That's how I got it. I got it for PlayStation Plus last year.
PlayStation Plus.
Yeah, and that was my entryway into it, and I liked it. I just don't know.
A lot of people were not PS3 gamers last generation. So the fact that it could be coming out on the Xbox One and the PS4 maybe gives more people exposure to it.
That's true.
Yeah. Well, but you got to take into consideration that more PS3s were sold than Xbox 360s last generation. But we can continue.
Don't start the console wars, damn it.
Hey, there's no console war to fight. I mean, Beasley loves Sony, and the rest of us just like games.
Oh, come on.
He's fighting a battle that he's got no opponent for.
All right, next story, guys. Square Enix is teasing a brand new unannounced game to be revealed at E3. New games are exciting. Cool. Because all they really showed of this was like a world map. Like, that was literally it. There's nothing else. So whatever it is, cool.
Is it going to be another Final Fantasy, or?
Uh, who knows, man? The only thing that
They churn out 1 million of those.
I don't know what to think with Square at this point, man. It's like the game that I've been wanting for the last 10 years is never going to be made. They're porting out the PC version of Final Fantasy VII. A game that I'm really excited about coming to PlayStation 4 as an exclusive is their Dissidia, which is the PSP type of game where all these pivotal characters from the Final Fantasy franchises come together and fight in this open world arena, 3 versus 3 online. That looks like it's going to be really fun, and I'm hoping that they can continue their legacy with good games because they've had lots of issues over the last few years. If you ask me, a long-time Square Enix fan.
Yeah, I could care less what Square Enix is doing. I'll be honest with you.
I don't know.
It doesn't matter. Maybe it's a fighting game with Cloud and a bunch of other people I don't care about.
That's the Dissidia game. It's in the arcades now in Japan.
You get to fight a chocobo.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear anything about
Chocobo breeding game sim?
Oh my
that might be fun. Did you guys hear anything about these 2 new PS4 models? One with the 1 terabyte, and I'm not sure exactly what the other model was, if they were going to change the actual physical aesthetic of the console.
It was
but I know that there has been, they actually leaked information about this new PS4 shipping with a 1 terabyte hard drive. Would that be something you guys would actually consider, or do you think it'd be easier just to upgrade it yourself and save some money?
That's awesome that they're doing
there's
this.
No reason to buy a new console because of a bigger hard drive. Just upgrade your own. Yeah, you could buy a 2 terabyte hard drive for much cheaper.
But it's nice that they're introducing this finally. Like, it's about time. So it's going to be $400, and this is going to be the new standard, the 1 terabyte model. So that's nice.
Yeah.
About time.
They should have done that in the beginning.
Wildly too little storage on these consoles, both of them.
Yeah.
The Xbox One and the PS4. Like, what were they thinking? 500 gig hard drives.
Yeah.
It's insane.
I think I got maybe 7 or 8 games installed on each one, and the rest of them they need to be downloaded if I want to play them. So.
Every time I want to download a DLC or an expansion or a new game, I have to delete something old, and that gets old. That gets real old.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. All right, so Dark Souls 3 may be announced at E3 according to reports.
This seems way too soon. I read this and I was like, I don't know about this. This just like Bloodborne just came out, so
yeah, but
I
what
don't
does
know.
that have to do with Dark Souls, though? I mean, and they may want to capitalize on Bloodborne's notoriety at this point. Bloodborne was very well received and critically acclaimed across the board by PlayStation owners. And how long has this been since Dark Souls 2 was actually released? They just re-released it on PS4. And that's not really hard to do. If a developer is working on another game, they can just, port their old stuff up to a new console. And they could have been working on this for a long time. Who knows?
Are you guys fans of Dark Souls? Are you excited for this? You are?
You know what? I'm more of a fan now than I was before Bloodborne.
Me too.
Have Dark Souls
I love
1 and
Bloodborne.
I have Dark Souls 1 and 2 on my dubious PlayStation 3 console, and so I spent some time with that, and it was so hard. I found all kinds of cheat codes and shit, and I basically ran through the game and didn't have any real resistance, and it kind of took me out of the mode of what I was really supposed to be doing. But when I played Bloodborne, I was like, holy hell, this is amazing. I went back and tried them maybe 2 months ago, part 1. And I saw that it was really difficult, and it does feel very similar to a game like Bloodborne. So they may take this Bloodborne recipe and add something new and fresh to it with the next Souls, and it might be an awesome experience.
Yeah, I'd like to see Dark Souls 3 announced. I don't know if it'll come out this year if it's announced at E3.
It'll definitely
Seems
happen.
really
though.
quick turnaround. Dark Souls 2 was last year, right?
Yes. Yeah.
It seems like a really quick turnaround.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I know there's definitely going to be a Dark Souls 3 at some point. They're absolutely going to do that. And I hope...
Yeah.
I feel like it's kind of... After Dark Souls 3, it's kind of like, maybe you should move on to something new. Like, I love Bloodborne, and I did not like Dark Souls. I played the first one. I did not like it. I love Bloodborne, though. And So I'm kind of like, I'm not sure about this. Like, it just seems too early. But you know what? I'll give it a shot.
I thought Dark Souls 2 was released in 2013. I must be mistaken.
It was 14.
Yeah.
But I don't think this is going to happen at E3. It's too soon. I don't see it.
It could. It could, even if it's just like a teaser trailer and the game doesn't come out till 2016. They could show something.
Yeah, they just announce it and then that's kind of it.
A logo, like Dark Souls 3.
Please be excited. Praise the sun.
Evidence leaks that Destiny's The Taken King expansion is preparing at E3. This is definitely happening. I can confirm that.
I think it's
no doubt about it.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. When I heard about it originally, I was surprised that they're already going to start showing The Taken King, because that expansion is not coming out till September. So to start showing it off now is surprising.
But you got a big crowd, right? Like, a lot of people will be watching this. A lot of people will hear about it. So this is a good way to market it, I think.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to see it. I love Destiny, and any reason to keep playing that game, I'm happy.
And it's going to be a much bigger expansion than what we're used to with the two previous DLCs, with the House of Wolves and with the Dark Below DLC. These were much smaller DLCs than what we're expecting with the Taken King. I'm at least expecting a brand new planet with a brand new patrol area.
They better have a new planet.
Yeah, I mean, a new raid. Definitely, there's going to be a new raid. It should be a. I would suspect that it'll be at least half the size of the original game of Destiny.
Oh,
I agree with that.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, do you think it'll be on disc, and how much do you think?
I think it will be on disc. I think you'll be able to buy it either on disc or by downloading it. I think it'll be around $40.
Me too. I agree.
That price could go up to $60 depending on how much content is on there, but I think that'd be pushing it for Bungie to do. I think they'd be smarter to do it around $40.
Yeah.
Because
so you're thinking,
especially if it requires the original Destiny disc to run.
Okay, I was thinking, is this going to be a standalone DLC?
No, it will not be a standalone DLC.
And you're thinking that they're going to release it on a disc?
Yeah, and I think they'll probably have like some kind of a like an all-inclusive package for $60 or probably for $60. That's my guess. It's $60. You can buy the original Destiny. You can buy the original Dark Below. You can buy the House of Wolves and this new content for like one price of $60, like some kind of all-inclusive package.
Like Game of the Year.
Great.
And then you can buy the old. You can buy just the expansion. Probably something like that. I don't know. Maybe will it be $60? That's actually an incredible value if you think about it. If you're just jumping into Destiny in September,
Huge value.
you get all that content. That'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to understand how they would do this with a physical media solution if you already own the original game on a physical disc. How would you be able to play
every game you play on your PlayStation 4 or Xbox One is installed. You really just put that disc in there just to authenticate that you have a copy of the game.
You got to slide your disc into that.
All that
okay.
Yeah, all that stuff is on your hard drive right now. So if you buy the expansion disc, you just be authenticating that, yes, I have the expansion disc.
Yeah.
All right, well, it makes sense.
It will be obviously available download as well.
Yeah.
All right, so this is a game I don't know anything about, and Robbie, I'm going to let you elaborate on it. PlanetSide 2 is finally coming to the PS4 on June 23rd.
This is supposed to come at like launch, and I think it's about time. So yeah, PlanetSide 2 is a free-to-play MMO FPS. It always looked awesome on PC. I'm excited to play it, so we'll see. I don't have much more to say than that, though. Cool, it's finally coming out.
It is. It's a very cool game. Like you said, it's MMO FPS. It's huge. Like you can fly ships. You can ride in tanks. You have massive teams fighting each other. It's just a cool game. And if it's free on the PlayStation 4, that's just great.
Holy hell, I guess I'll be checking it out. All right, so continuing on, the next Gears of War game will be officially announced at Microsoft E3 conference.
It's
This is
confirmed.
official. This is fucking amazing. This is going to be insane.
You guys know what's the best part about it, too? Because it's developed by the Coalition, who is in Vancouver, BC, just a couple hours away from my living. It's being developed by Canada. Hell yeah! This game is going to be awesome.
Right.
Woo!
I gotta go buy some Canada Dry. Awesome shit. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. When the Xbox 360's original Gears of War came out, I thought that game upped the ante graphically so far past everything that was in the competitional range. It just looks so amazing to me. And I'm hoping that they can somehow do that again, dig down deep into the Xbox One, and pull out an amazing win for Microsoft with the Gears of War, the new one. That'll be awesome.
You guys excited for Gears of War? You think you'd like to get a new one?
Yeah. I mean, Judgment wasn't that great. Go ahead.
Not excited. I got to be honest with you. Like, I hope it's really good. I'd like to get excited, but Gears of War franchise has kind of fallen off for me.
Did you play Judgment or?
Didn't play Judgment. Played 3. Didn't finish it. Really liked the first one. I thought it was amazing. Liked the second one. It was, I think, a better game than the first one, but not as original, obviously, as it's a sequel. But 3 kind of, I was kind of done with it by then, and then 4 was just a bad game by most accounts.
Yeah, it's pretty similar.
They've actually, frankly, got to turn it around for me. They've got to prove to me that there's a reason to go back to.
The brand new developer. It's being developed here in Canada, just really close to where I live. It's going to be awesome, guys. Trust me, Canada's got this. You know it.
Everybody in Gears of War is suddenly going to become much more friendly.
Hell yeah.
Everybody will be nice and shaking hands and saying, "Hey, how you doing today?" Yeah.
You want a chainsaw, eh?
Oh my!
I love it, man. All right, so the next story is I've actually made a video about this and talked to some other YouTubers recently about this. There's a lot of people upset about it. A lot of people are, I guess nebulous about it. They really don't care. But Uncharted: The Nathan Drake Collection is coming to the PlayStation 4 on October 9th. And this will include Uncharted 1, 2, and 3. It will include a 1080p version of each game, all running at 60 frames per second without any multiplayer. And a lot of people know that Uncharted 2 and 3 did have really exciting multiplayer that was that a lot of people enjoyed, but it will not be included with this rendition of this remaster. And a lot of people are upset about it. You guys have any thoughts on it?
I have a bit of a rant to go on here, if you guys don't mind. I have a lot to say about this because I am not defending this.
This goes against Canadian rules, but go ahead.
So here's the first thing. So you get Uncharted 1, 2, and 3 for $60. So basically each game costs $20, and 2 and 3 don't include the multiplayer. So you can buy 2 and 3 on PS3 for probably half the price or less, and it comes with the multiplayer. And that also tells me that it's not going to be a very good remaster if they're not including the multiplayer. It's going to be 1080p 60. They are not going to enhance this game at all. Compared to the Master Chief Collection, you had 4 games as opposed to 3, plus they were completely redone. Like Halo 2 was reimagined. This is just a cash grab. Like, this is a terrible value. 3 of them for $60. Are you kidding me? I can get it way cheaper on PS3, and it's not going to be much different.
To rebuttal your rant, this is my perspective on it. Now, I never really got into the Uncharted multiplayers. Whenever I thought of Uncharted, and I think a majority of people, they think of the game as kind of a single-player experience with huge set pieces and amazing action. I know there is a group of people who would probably get these games just for the multiplayer, but those people are so small and a minority compared to the majority, I believe. This game also comes with the Uncharted: The Thief's End.
So there's the multiplayer. There you go. You get the beta. And you know what? You're paying twice the price for a game that has half the content. Like, are you kidding me with that? You're going to pay twice the price for half a game.
This is my thoughts on it. I think that Naughty Dog is trying to prepare some of these new PlayStation 4 adopters. If you take into account how many PS4s are sold and how many gamers have migrated from the Xbox ecosystem to the PlayStation 4 and who have previously never had the opportunity to play an Uncharted game and might not own a PS3, they're giving them an opportunity to catch up on the story. When you talk about Uncharted, you're talking about a story, Nathan Drake's story, what he's going through, the characters in this game. When you talk about Halo, most people are playing Halo for the multiplayer experience. It's synonymous with Halo, getting into those multiplayer matches, but it's not as synonymous with the Uncharted franchise, in my humble opinion. I think that, if they really wanted to, they could have, included it and upgraded new servers. Their excuse was that they did not want to compartmentalize their gamers who were playing online on the last-gen consoles.
Total bullshit. I did not believe that for a second.
Yeah, it seems like they just didn't want to spend the money on it.
Yeah, in the time, because they know it's Uncharted, people are going to buy it anyway, so you're going to spend $20 as opposed to $10 for the PS3 version. You're only getting half the game. The multiplayer is the second half of that game, and you're not going to be getting it. Whether you care about the multiplayer or not, because I was kind of on the Uncharted multiplayer, but still, this is a terrible value. Like, don't buy this. Don't buy this. It's not worth it.
I got to agree with Robbie. I got to actually say, like, it's weird because our feelings on these re-releases seem to sway depending on how excited we are about the games, but this one just does seem like a bad value.
If it was $40 or $50 even, and it included all the multiplayer, then I'd be super excited for it. I'd buy it. I'd be like, this is worth it. They're remastering the full package. Here you go. I'd probably be ready to buy it, but this is not worth it. This is a ripoff. And they're like, oh, we'll buy it anyways because it's the Uncharted name. Everybody's going to buy it. Well, no, I'm not going to buy it, Sony. No.
Well, I'm not going to buy it, but I'm trying to see the other side of the coin. Like, people like us who have these games, like, I have all the games. I have no need to buy it. But I'm thinking, if I was just an Xbox 360 gamer and my mom let me trade in my Xbox 360 and I got a PS4, I never had a chance to experience the Uncharted games for $60 and
$60 is too much, man. Like they're stripping stuff out of the game that you could have gotten if you go to GameStop and just buy the older versions. Just save a ton of money and you get the multiplayer product.
Yeah, it's $20 for like an old game.
I think Robbie would agree with me here. Is if they just put the original features back into the game, I think they probably could have gotten away with $60 here.
Maybe. Well, that's kind of still pushing it.
Get away with it, but I think they're still going to get away with it. But unfortunately, it's going to splinter the audience. There's a lot of people.
Everybody's going to buy it for the beta too, which is so frustrating. This is going to be the only way to get the beta, I guarantee you, and everybody's going to buy it, and that sucks.
Yes.
I'm not buying it.
I'm not buying it.
Say it again, Briar Rabbit.
Why would I want to play a beta for a single player game? It doesn't even really make sense to me.
Well,
I want to play betas of multiplayer games.
Yeah, but it is the beta for the multiplayer of Part 4.
That's what I'm saying. It's primarily single player. Like, it's a single player game at its heart. I get that.
Well, if that's the case, there really shouldn't be that much of a complaint about them taking the multiplayer out of this. If that's how you feel.
People still love the multiplayer. It's still really good multiplayer.
The complaint is they're selling this for $60 and they're taking features out. It's a bad value. That's the complaint.
It really is. You look at Master Chief Collection, it's a 10 times better value, and those games have been really redone.
Know me, Beastly. I usually don't follow Robbie on these rants. But this time he's got a fucking point. He's got a point here.
I'm not saying that you guys are wrong or I'm right at all. It's just, I guess, a difference of opinion.
That's because you can't say that with a straight face.
Sony tattoo, yeah. It's going to peel off if you start saying things against it.
I will say this. The Master Chief Collection is undoubtedly a much better value. I mean, it's definitely worth $60. If this was something I was really interested in, I probably would have a more confrontational opinion. I never really got into the multiplayer, so I guess I don't know what I'm missing there. But the single player mode,
some people seem to really like it. I agree with you. I never really got into it.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on from this, guys. Steam Machine's release dates and pre-order revealed. So I think the Alienware Steam Machine and like one or two others are coming out this fall. Yeah. Do you guys even see this thing succeeding? Because it's just a PC. Like I don't get what the big deal about it is.
I'm interested. I'm interested. I get to play PC games and I don't have to suffer with Windows. It's a no-brainer.
That's true, and what is simple and straightforward too. Like it's like a console kind of PC. Here's the box. Go ahead and buy it. It's all right here.
Yeah,
I guess. But
I don't think I'll be buying the first generation of these things, but I could see myself putting one of these in my living room.
I'd like to try it.
Brian, at one point, Briar Rabbit, you said that about the Ouya.
I bought an Ouya.
I know.
I own one.
Yeah.
It's still here.
How much use does it get?
When
was the last time you turned it on? Half a year ago?
Last time I turned it on
was time?
I don't even remember what year that thing came out, so it'd be hard for me to answer that question. But I did not play it probably a week after I bought it.
Wow.
There you go.
That sucks. Yeah, this Steam Machine, I would love to see the power of it, compared to the PS4 and the Xbox One. If the games totally outshine our current gen hardware, maybe it's something I'll consider doing, but I've predominantly been a console gamer, nothing against PC gamers. I got a nice i7 PC now and haven't even played one game on it. I mean, I play on my consoles, my portables, my 3DS and my Vitas. But if it comes out,
that's what they're offering here. It's a console experience, but you get the PC games.
PC power, yeah.
Well, I don't know if you get the PC power. Like I've been looking at the specs of these things, and they don't seem that great.
Yeah, really? Like, would you get much more performance in the PS4 and Xbox One? They're going to charge you like twice the money. That's the thing about PCs. Like, especially pre-built like this, they're usually pretty expensive for what you get. So I don't know.
The price ranges of these things vary a little bit. You can get it for around the price of a PS4 and Xbox One, or you can spend upwards of $900.
I'm sure if you get the $900 version, you're going to have some really nice.
Well, the weird thing is that spending more doesn't necessarily get you more performance in some cases. Like, it gets you a bigger hard drive, but that's not going to make a faster frame rate, right? That's just going to allow you to put more games on there. the graphics cards are really what powers the PC's performance. It's one of the most appealing things about a PC is that you can just, your PC's getting a little old, pop in a brand new graphics card, which is going to cost you about the same as a console, and you're up and running, even if you've got an older CPU.
Okay.
But with these things, you can't really do that, not yet anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll just have to see once these actually hit the show floor.
The idea of it, playing Steam games, playing PC games on my, with the kind of experience I like, my lean back controller game style, that's fun. That seems like a good idea. I'd like to see these succeed. I don't know if they will or not, but I'd like to see them succeed. And more competition for the consoles, I think, would also be good. Maybe when it's time for the PS5 and the Xbox
2.369,
whatever the fuck comes out. Maybe when those come out, they'll see that the Steam machines are real competition, and Steam machines don't have to work on every 4 or 5 or 6 year cycle. They can just keep making new Steam machines that are better and better and better.
Yeah.
So the Steam machines we get this year and the Steam machines we get next year are two completely different things. Steam machines can just keep getting better. Let's take an iPhone or an Android phone. The Android phones that are available now, in 6 months, there's going to be better ones available, and I think that's the appeal of a Steam machine. PS4 is going to change when the PS5 comes out.
Yeah, who knows
You
when
actually
that
really
is.
piqued my interest there, thinking about it that way. The evolution of the Steam machines might be something to look forward to. All right, so the new Xbox One bundle has been outed, and it includes a 1 terabyte hard drive. I guess this is the new staple across the board for Sony and Microsoft.
Still
It
too
makes
low,
sense,
isn't
though.
it? I mean, you can buy a 2 terabyte hard drive for like pennies. Like you can find those things hanging around the back behind a Denny's somewhere. You don't even have to pay for these things at this point.
These employees that sell you a 2 terabyte hard drive, like $5.
Seriously, look up a 2 terabyte hard drive on Amazon. I'd be surprised if those things cost $50 at this point. And they're upping it to 1 terabyte. Come on. For $400, give me a 2 terabyte hard drive, a 3 terabyte hard drive. 1 terabyte. I mean, they want us to be downloading every game at this point. 1 terabyte isn't enough. That's twice as big as my 500 terabyte drive that got filled up in 6 months. Come on.
Totally agree.
What I am psyched about is that there's going to be a new controller. What I'm not psyched about is that controller still has the same shitty thumbsticks.
It's got the audio port though, so no more crackly audio with the headsets, no more party crackly audio. Like, there's a lot of weird audio issues that come from that adapter. I know from playing with friends. Like, it's rough. So I'm glad they're finally getting that new controller, but now I'm gonna have to go buy those for the adapter. Or the jack. I'm not happy.
Yeah, I agree with you. We had to go and buy the jack for our Xbox One controllers. Now we're gonna have to buy entire new controllers. Those are $60 a pop. Frankly, the Xbox One was an underwhelming design at the get-go, and
but they're improving incredibly fast. Like, they've changed around everything they've done. So
yeah, but the hardware design is harder to change, right? And it's harder to satisfy people about. It's nice that they just got rid of that headset adapter because that was a bad idea. Yeah. But the controller itself has a ton of different design flaws in it,
Especially because you have to pay for this adapter, and then it makes the chat audio crackly. Like this headset I'm having here, the Turtle Beach XO7. It's a $200 headset. Mm-hmm. It's got great sound quality. Like, I'm using on my PC. It sounds awesome. It's always crystal clear. When I use it on the Xbox One, it crackles like crazy, and it's annoying, and it's frustrating. It's like, why? Like, why did you do this? Come on. It's so frustrating, and I'm glad they're finally doing it.
Give me those greenbacks, baby. We're going to charge you $30 for this little 2-cent adapter. That's why they did it.
Yeah. So you have to buy it to change the audio, and then it just makes it worse instead of just having it natively in the controller. Like, thank goodness this is coming.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got just a little bit of news left. Have you guys kind of followed this Quantum Break issue with the Xbox One? How the game was announced when they projected it to be released, the game was pushed back, and now the game has a window of spring 2016 for the release. What do you guys think about this?
Awesome. Revealed or released?
Say what, Brian?
Revealed or released?
Revealed. The release window has been revealed to be spring 2016. They already revealed it. They showed lots of gameplay. The game looks really nice. It really kind of reminds me of Infamous Second Son as far as the aesthetic and the way the game looks. But I'm really shocked that this game took this long to actually to be finished. I know that they're doing something new here with this new Microsoft Studios, where they're building the game in tandem with this TV type of experience. It's going to be like a show that is released alongside it, and you can actually watch the show and play the game, and somehow the two interact. I don't know how they're doing that. The game looks great. Spring
Yeah, that
2016.
original gameplay they showed looked amazing.
Yeah, it does. It really made Infamous Second Son look bad to me. And, my PlayStation bones actually ache when I say that, but it really did. So, spring 2016, I guess the wait is real, and we'll be waiting for that. Also, the last little bit of news. New Plants vs. Zombies reveal teased for Monday.
Tomorrow. This will be announced.
Guys are into, yeah.
Is this going to be a new iOS game, or is this going to be a console game?
It sounds like it's Garden Warfare 2 from what I've heard. This is going to be a sequel to that game that's coming out early next year. Like, remember when that thing leaked out about Mirror's Edge 2 or whatever coming out early next year? There's also Plants vs. Zombies teased for next year, and they said it's going to be a Garden Warfare sequel. So we know that, and we'll see it tomorrow. And I love Garden Warfare, so I'm excited for this.
That's a game I also want to get in there and play with you guys. I played it just briefly when it came for PlayStation Plus. I didn't really give it enough of a chance to have a real solid opinion on it, but both of you guys said you really like it.
It's really fun.
Maybe one of these days when we get enough, get that 5 terabyte PlayStation 4, we can reinstall
download
it. Yeah.
That was turn it in for the stupid questions this week.
Pardon?
I don't know. Was it me? Was it me?
I don't have stupid questions this week, but next week we're gonna have some stupid questions.
Obviously, we'll have the questions next week. Wow, I just thought about that. Damn it! The stupid question is, why did I forget the stupid questions? You guys answer in the comments below. Oh man, really enjoyed the show. Thanks everybody for watching. Definitely check us out next week, where I will have real questions. This week, I don't know what it was. I think it was The Witcher 3 kind of messed with my mind a little bit and got me off my equilibrium, but I will be back in Beastly Gamer form next Sunday.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.
Take care, everybody.